Welcome back to my channel mga ate mga kuya. This is PuTo Mendoza in Canada. So today pag-uusapan natin kung mahirap bang maging landlord. Yung first house namin dito sa Brantford, Ontario, before I sold it, ginawa naming rental property. So I had the experience, or sorry, the opportunity to become a landlord for the very first time. So akala ko madali. Hindi pala. Madami akong mga kaibigan, madami akong mga kakilala. They were doing this on the side dahil, to be truthful, dito sa Canada, kung may trabaho ka na solid, ayos yun. Pero kung gusto mong umangat ng konti and yung trabaho natin, ordinaryo lang katulad ng trabaho ko, it's very, very difficult, actually next to impossible. Kaya kailangan meron kayong racket. So, yung mga kakilala ko, yung mga kaibigan ko, some of them, racket nila is our rental properties. So, nangyari, binili namin yung forever home namin, si BUHAY. But, hindi muna namin binenta yung si Walnut Street. We actually kept Walnut Street for maybe 2 years, 3 years bago namin binenta while we were living at BUHAY. So, naging landlord ako. Madali ba o mahirap? Depende yan sa kung sino kakausapin nyo. Tsaka, I guess, swerte-swertihan lang din yan. Unfortunately, in my case, it was a combination of lack of experience and just bad luck. So, ito, kwentuhan tayo. Umpisahan ko na. Nung lumipat kami kay BUHAY, we rented out 45 Walnut Street to a family. And sa umpisa madali. We were getting along. Kaya lang, obviously one thing na kailangang maintindihan ng mga bagong landlords, kung nagtira kayo dun sa bahay na nirerentahan ninyo, you have to understand that whoever rents it will never, and I mean never, treat it the same way that you do. They will never give it the same care and love that you do. So, kailangan you have to be able to not take it very personal. Pag merong nangyari na hindi mo gusto o merong kang nakita na hindi mo gusto, because at the end of the day, they are paying you for the use of the property. So, that's my number one mistake. Dahil, I'm pretty sure if you saw my video about our first house in Brantford, mahal na mahal ko talaga yun. I treated that property as if para ko siyang anak. Inalagaan ko talaga. I painted that house from top to bottom. I gave it so much love, so much blood, sweat, and tears. And when somebody, a tenant, sorry, don't give it the same kind of love and attention that you do, you can't take it personal. I did, because like I said, I was very inexperienced. And, I'm a sensitive kind of guy. I just am. So, yeah, at the beginning it was fine. The rent was always on time. The money was never an issue. Pero, as time went by, how do I describe it? The relationship became a little bit sour. To the point where, they approached me 3 years into the rental, and they said, it's time for us to move to a better house. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So, that week, when they gave me that letter na mag-aalis na raw sila, I went to check out the condition of 45 Walnut Street. Pagkakamali ko rin to dahil during the time na nakatira yung mga tenants ko dun sa bahay, I never really checked the inside. I did not know that I had any rights, or if I was authorized to do like monthly checks or periodic checks of the condition. Di ko alam yun. Basta, I just trusted in my tenants. But to my surprise, it broke my heart when I did the final check. So, pumunta ako dun sa 45 Walnut Street, a month before they were supposed to leave, just to see, how it's doing. And long story short, I have a very hard time talking about this, but they trashed my baby. They did so much damage, ang dumi, ang daming sira, talagang pinabayaan nila. Parang nababoy yung bahay. And when I saw this, it really broke my heart. I almost cried. I know medyo mababaw yun dahil it's just a house. You can always get it fixed. Pero I took that really, really personal. And you know what? Problema ko yun. That was my fault. I shouldn't have. Because at the end of the day, it's just a house. But, to me, it was more than that. So, I that's why dun sa video ko about 45 Walnut Street, I did mention I wanted to keep her, but we had to let it go. We had to let her go. The whole reason behind that is because naisip ko I couldn't go through that experience one more time. It was very traumatic for me. It was very stressful dahil, isipin nyo, meron kayong bagay na mahal, inalagaan nyo, and then, yeah, you rented it out to other people and you did profit dahil binabayaran ka ng rent, but at the same time, nakita nyo, nababoy siya. And, yeah, I don't want to go through that ever again. Being a landlord was not for me. So that's the whole reason why we sold her. I was not cut to be a landlord. So I figure, we take up, we take advantage of the current market, the current real estate market at that time dahil, tumaas na yung value ni Walnut Street ng konti, and I believe that was the start of the beginning of the real estate boom dun sa Brantford, because lahat ng bahay tumaas. There was a time, 10 years would go by and, your property value would never go up, not even $1,000. Everything stayed stagnant. But during that time na nangyari sa akin yun, fortunately, that was the beginning na nagtumataas na yung mga value ng bahay doon. So maybe that was a sign from God that it was time for me to let go of 45 Walnut Street. So that's the whole reason why we sold her and we let it go. Do I regret it? Part of me does, because if I held on to Walnut Street, she would be worth around $700, maybe $780,000 right now. But at the same time, question is, buhay pa ba ako? Because if I had to go through that experience one more time, I probably end up with a heart attack. So, was it worth it? Probably not. Did I make the right decision? More than likely, I probably did. Do I regret letting her go? Like I said again, I do. And I'm not gonna lie, every now and then I still pass by, the neighborhood just to check her out, because Walnut Street is Brantford's a small town. It's a small city, Brantford. Walnut Street is only 15 minutes away from BUHAY, our current home right now in Brantford. So it's hard not to stop by and just slow down and do the gangster the gangster rule with your car while passing 45 Walnut Street. So yeah. So yes, guys, that's the whole reasoning why we let go of our first house. I don't blame the tenants. Tenants are gonna be tenants. It's just a combination of, I guess, being an inexperienced landlord and in me, and just bad luck. So, guys, if you were able to take anything out of this, if you were able to learn anything about this, you know, please slap the like button and consider subscribing because it does help my channel. And I guess I'll see you on the next adventure. This is Puto Mendoza in Canada, wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong.